Hi, Kristina Silvia. Great to have you on the podcast, The Power of Sustainability. It's a podcast that talks about sustainability and business in fashion. We cover the goals, ups and downs, and the future of having a sustainable business in fashion. I like to learn from other sustainable business owners, and if you are here, you do too. So, today we talk about the House of Inga, which is born in Sweden with roots in Macedonia. The founders are Kristina and Silvia, and they are here today. So let's start with the first question. How are you?
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah, and thank you, first of all, so much for giving us this opportunity. We're very appreciative of that. But we're doing really good, I think, today. Both energized.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the
That's
weekend.
great.
I
yeah,
really feel that.
we have some sun in Sweden. Like, we're starting to see spring coming up, so that's very exciting.
Oh, I love that. So you have a brand, House of Inga. Right now, there's the JoJo biker bags, which I personally have and love. I'm wearing it lots of times. So why did you start House of Inga?
Oh, we have to go back like 2017. I had just moved to Stockholm actually, and like I had like been in a business that was not very fulfilling for me, so I had like started to think about a way that I can express my creativity. And I know my sister Silvia, because we are sisters, just to
Yes.
mention that. And like, because she has always been creative. So I sat down in my like small apartment in Stockholm and thought, like, how can I like make something that will be able to express my creativity, but at the same time, like connecting with other individuals because we both
Mhm.
come from like social
We're social
work.
workers
Yeah,
in the like,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
yeah,
So we both knew that we wanted to do something with people where we actually get, not just sitting behind the computer and doing things. And I think there's a lot of areas that you touch having your own business. There's a lot of things you need to learn. So, but yeah, you finish, I think,
yeah.
with the story.
So I sat there and I started to do a vision board, and I've always been like very into fashion and like be able to like tell a story. And I was thinking about my mom's old clothes that I had inherited that was such good
Mhm.
quality, that was like lasting. She had like I've inherited them since the 80s, and it was like still in good shape. It was still like durable to wear and everything. So that actually like a combination of like wanting to express a creativity, connecting with people, but also creating beautiful lasting pieces was like
Mhm.
why I wanted to create House of Inga.
I
And then,
really like it. And where's the name coming from?
That was actually an old schoolmate of mine. Her name is Inga. And I
Yeah.
actually met her like 2 years ago. We were like met on the street, and we were talking about like, what are you doing today? And I said, oh, I'm like having a business. It's called House of Inga. And she's like, what? And I told her like, yeah, I got the name because like we went to high school together, and she was always so unapologetically herself. Like she was like she loved herself. She always like she was just being herself. So she really inspired me to like it's an expression of like just be yourself, just be, Inga. That's
I love that.
yeah.
So I already said I have the red JoJo biker bag and I really love it. I wear it all the time, as I said before. Where did you get the inspiration for this bag? I see that there are multiple colors now, and I think I saw on Instagram that you said you will launch more colors. Where's the inspiration of the bag coming from?
I think a lot of it lies there where Christina says that it's about being yourself, like, and being yourself is today. It's actually being bold, being brave to be yourself because we're so pressured by social media. We're so pressured by, well, all the like, everything is a surface today. I think to be genuinely yourself, and so we wanted to work with the shapes and to have asymmetrical shapes, and to know that nothing has to be, perfect is being unperfect, like to not be perfect, to there's there's texture in it, there's shapes, it's asymmetrical, and I think it's an expression of being bold, and you know just wearing it and making a statement, feeling empowered. So that's the vision we have with, that's what we want to send out with that design.
Because like Sylvia talked about, like the asymmetric shape, like it's like a mix of elegance, but it has like a boldness to it. So that's what we really wanted to capture. Like, you don't, like, not perfect, like you said, is perfect. Like, it doesn't have to be, you know, like everyone else. So that's what we were inspired by, like the shape. We thought it's like took a long time, but once we like saw it, we're like, yeah, this is it.
And when we work, we're everything takes a very long time, but we are working on other pieces, and always when we do that, we talk about that it's not season based. It's time. It needs to be timeless, but it needs to have that extra something that's us. Something that's a bit, that stands out a bit. But you can wear it now, and you can wear it in 10 years. That's what we want. And
I think so too. It's a very timeless bag, and it actually fits a lot. Like, I always take it with me when I go traveling, because I know my passport, my keys, my money, my cash, my phone, like everything fits, and then I can go into my airplane or train easily with all my things
do you also
with me.
use the back slot pockets, like a lot of people?
Yeah.
We've actually, that has come in handy so many times. We've heard it as well, so we're so happy to hear that. But that's like, and like Celia
also
said,
durable. Also being like it will last you a long time. That's the aim of all of our designs, but also being practical, but still fashion, still like something that you want to have and you want to take care of in your closet.
That was really important.
True, and it's perfect for photography as well. Like, I took it during Paris Fashion Week, and people were like, "Oh, where's this bag coming from?" They were like interested in it, so that was very nice to see too. So you don't have the logo bags, but people are still interested.
We're very happy to hear that. Because when we were like creating it, we like for the logo, but because like we know, like, of course branding is important, but from us was more important that it was like timeless, like good quality, like not compromising on anything, like regarding the lasting bits. Because we really wanted to be like, it should seem like an investment piece. You buy it once and you can wear it forever. We really wanted to like be able to have a secondhand value, maybe give it to like some of your family members in the future, or
I have one sample that I'm wearing, and one of the first ones we did, I have one sample that I'm wearing, and I'm gonna give it to my kids, so to my daughter. So I'm I hope you like it.
Right now, you only have bags. Will you start expanding your business into maybe different kinds of bags, clothing, jewelry, shoes, or something else, or what holds the future for House of Inga?
Well, like we've talked about it in like any other brand, and also individuals, like once you're working with the creative work, like, of course you want to go into other fields. So
and we want to expand.
We want to expand. So
we I think we're just gonna say we're working on something, and it's not accessories. So.
Okay. Great. I can't wait for it.
And it's very soon coming.
Well, I will take a look on Instagram. Can't wait for it to be released. And how is running a small business during all these crises that we're currently facing? Energy crisis, COVID, war, like all these crises. Like, how is it running a small business?
I would say it's tough. But it's if you don't, you have to love your work. You have to. This is like the fun part for us. But sometimes we need to tell ourselves, hey, this is like we're actually working on this. We have to, like, even if it's hard, we have to do it.
Yeah, because it's our passion, it's our dream. We have like working with like our new like project, like the things we're working on right now. We're like have developed from like we're like in a stage of like transiting to something more like according to like sustainability and like really working towards like becoming like more and more sustainable. So we have to keep that like the vision in mind, like why we started it, like what House of Inga is like an expression for us. That really keeps it going, but it is hard, of course. Like as a small brand, of course, you know want to reach like the audience. They really like our things, but it's like hard to you know through the all of the mist of Instagram with COVID, people like struggling with their own things. So of course, it has been a challenge.
Yeah, and we work both of us work full time
Yeah,
on like daytime jobs, and so we do this from the moment we wake up. We're
Yeah.
like this and this. Did you do that? Yeah, I did that. I checked that. Yeah, and so we're working on this 24/7 when we're not on our full time jobs. So it's hard, but it's
Yeah.
really really fun also. And like Kristina said, we're going when we started. We had a thought, and then things developed to what they are today. But then we have found ways to be much more sustainable.
Yeah.
And for us, it's really important
Yeah.
to
And
shy away from fast fashion and really the things that we talk about, timeless and durable things that will last you and that are sustainable still. So we're really excited about
yeah, our new things
yeah
coming up.
yeah
That's so cool. That's cool. And you already said that you want to try to be more sustainable. How would you like to become more sustainable along the way? Since I think it's always harder if the brand starts straight away from sustainability, than when it moves to sustainable,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah, definitely. Because that has been like because as a brand, if you want to become more sustainable, you really have to think about like everything from like the materials you're using to where you're developing it, like to like the transportation you use, the packaging. So it's like an ongoing process, and that's why I think like comparing us to other brands that chosen other paths, like it takes like a longer time to develop because we're so particular in becoming more sustainable from the materials we use, like from where we're developing. Like right now we're actually our new project is in Sweden, like within a radius of where we live.
cool.
yeah
That like it's taken a time because
it will be locally
yeah,
produced.
yeah.
So I think, and that's quite unique. I think maybe not for a small fashion brand, but for the this type of fashion, it's kind of unique to have that. So we're really excited, but it's been very hard
Yeah.
to actually execute.
Yeah.
And
because we've also like we've while in the midst of like going towards like working towards a more sustainable approach, we've actually had to say like no, we can't do this. We want to do our project, but we can't do it because it's not according to our values. So that has been a challenge, but like proud to say that now we're like we're like
Yeah.
over that hurdle. Like so
we found a way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But of course it's
Oh,
always
that's
an
pretty cool.
ongoing. You can always become better, I think, and that's like in the future, like as we expand, as we grow, like of course we want to keep going on the sustainable approach.
Yeah. And we're talking about what are we going to do if this goes really really well. We can't do this like we can't expand too much because then we're not sustainable
Yeah.
anymore. So you always like have to find ways for it to to aim to have to still hold your values.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's also not very easy to produce in Sweden. I mean, there are many fashion brands or bag brands in Sweden, but I think almost everything get produced in Spain or northern Italy. Or I think even what is
China.
it like in Romania? Yeah.
And that's why we were talking about, like, because like for our like bags, like we're proud to say that it took us a long time to find them, because we were also very particular, like it should be family owned, it should be like good working conditions, of course, like materials we also do have like within the radius of our manufacturer where we get the leather and stuff. But once we're like talking about our new things, we wanted to do even more. So that's why
Yeah.
we decided we wanted to do it locally.
Yeah, and we also we've learned that we need to be better uh, to be open about the things that are sustainable, like
Yeah.
the chrome-free leather, the sustainable packaging. So, but we still want to do more. We
Yeah.
still want to go, and so
Yeah.
That's really nice. And maybe a very rude question, but your roots are in Macedonia. Why are you not producing in Macedonia? I bet it will be cheaper than in Sweden and somehow still personally connected to you.
Yeah. Actually, when in 2017, when I had the idea, we actually took like a flight ticket and went over to Macedonia, just because we thought, when we were discussing, we're like, we wanted to also, of course, give working opportunities for Macedonians. We wanted to like put maybe Macedonia on the map, like. But once we
Yeah.
were like rooming like the field, we saw it was like very much mass production, not so very good conditions, unfortunately.
yeah,
And also the transportation costs, like it wouldn't be that sustainable, because Macedonia, it's outside of the EU as well. So
Right.
we had a lot of issues working with it, but mostly was the working condition. We thought
yeah,
that,
yeah. The working
yeah,
conditions were not. We didn't want to support that.
yeah,
That's like. Although it's very high quality, like there were big brands there. We're not going to
yeah,
mention any names,
yeah,
but there were big brands there, and you understand also now working with this. If you want to be profitable, you you have to do that. You have to, but we believe that you can still find a way and still work your passion, and that's what we're trying to build.
That's really cool. I really like to hear this story. And so I've met you through social media. Is social media helping you with selling your story and your product?
yeah. I think like social media has been like a great medium for us to like connect with like others in the field, but also other persons, like, yeah, and also you, like I don't think we would have like connected without social media. So of course it has helped us like meeting incredible persons, like been able to share our story, other stories, like our vision for the brand.
Mostly, I
So
think it's been just positive and meeting other people, networking, and learning
mm,
from others. How did how did you uh, hearing about other people's struggles and how they went past that? Like
mm,
that gives me like,
drive,
yeah,
yeah.
like drives me.
Yeah. And also like, and now whilst I've had like interviews with like and sharing the stories, because in the beginning I like with you like we didn't and now it's transitioned that we have like a video interview that I think like also was a phase of like development, how we could get the story so we could like express the person's, individual's thoughts. And one of the things that was really inspiring that I saw with the persons, like, a lot of people thinking like, is this good enough? And like overcoming the challenges to like really follow their passion. It doesn't matter if you are a content creator, maybe you want to like study law, so forth. Like, just like getting the courage to do it, like that has been really inspiring for us to meet other persons that done it and are doing it.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I really like that. And are there any environmental organizations you can or want to partner up with?
Well, actually, we are in progress of talking to two nonprofit organizations that are not only because here in Sweden, when you're a nonprofit organization, usually you always have sustainability as a goal. It's
Mm-hmm.
one of the, it's one of the EU standard. Um, I don't know what they're called in English, but it's like one of the EU standard goals. So it's sustainability, and all the organizations, the businesses, all of them have some kind of sustainability aim, some kind of sustainability goal. And so the two nonprofit we're talking to, we're trying to find a way. We're discussing how can we work together and what will be the purpose. So it's really important for us to find that, to have a like
Mm-hmm.
really a good purpose that will give back somehow. If it will be to we don't know if it will be somehow to the environment, or if it will be giving back to other people somehow. We don't know yet. We're still on the discussing level there, but it's absolutely
a goal of ours,
yeah.
absolutely, to like go up with someone, because
That's nice.
We talked about that already in the beginning, because we're women owned, and a lot of big brands, high end brands,
Mm-hmm.
are not women owned. And
True.
so we also talking about our heritage, Macedonian roots, having you can say that we were like we were late in believing in ourselves. We were late in thinking that we could actually do something, and so we wanted somehow maybe women entrepreneurship, give back to that, maybe some kind of mentorship. And but we maybe not within the company, but with partnering up with a nonprofit, maybe we can do that.
That's so lovely. I love to see that. I love it when women are for women helping each other. That's why I also created this podcast.
Yeah.
And like, for example, I want to buy your product right now. I feel very inspired. I want to be part of your world, part of your story. Is there also another place than just your website where you can buy your product?
Currently, no. We're doing everything through our own. Of course, we're looking through like retailers. We've had some opportunities, but yeah, we've discussed right now for us is right like through our web shop.
Yeah, but we're definitely like considering maybe retailing. But it's also from the sustainability, or from the I should say from the value perspective. We need to have the same values, and it's really important for us. And there we haven't found the right connection yet.
That's good to hear. Well, I will link down the Instagram and the website down below. So if you're interested in House of Inga, then definitely check them out. And thank you very much for your time. And it was so lovely to finally meet you, since we were talking for like a year, I feel like. So it's really nice.
Thank you so much, Hannah, for this opportunity. And as always, like we like continue inspiring, looking through your content and others. And we also want to say, like, for any out there listening, like if you have a story you want to share, or like have any questions, just like hit us up. I think like we are the ones that sometimes it's Silvia that is like answering, sometimes it's me, but we really like want to come like close to our like
we want to connect with people. That's what we
It's really nice.
Don't hesitate to
That's really great.
Okay,
thank you so much.
Thank you.